Miss Ivy. Hey. Oh. Thank you guys for joining the live. So if you didn't catch, so I'm going to talk about how to talk to your kids about suicide. Parents I've been working with have been asking me that. And I just thought it would be a good way for me to share with you guys. If you have kids or work with kids, how to have those conversations. Number one, though, is taking the judgment out of the language, right? And so not being biased about it, because when you're having the conversations with your child about suicide, you don't want to necessarily shame the individual that has died by suicide. So you want to remove all of your own judgment and your bias while having that conversation, and being honest and being simple about it. So more simplistic. So that's not saying that you're sharing all the gruesome details of what happened, but along the lines, and it'll vary on what you share in your honesty depending on the age of the child. But I think it's very key to explain how the brain works, right? So you can even have that conversation of like the individual's brain, their thoughts weren't healthy for them, and so that caused them to feel like no one cared for them, or they couldn't talk to anybody, and that was the only way. And so, or else like their brain was really sick, and so they felt that they didn't have anybody that they can talk to. So it's different language that you can use when explaining depression and anxiety. And again, it'll vary depending on the age of the child, because you may use more simpler language when you're talking to a 5-year-old versus a 13-year-old, where you can probably have that dialogue of, okay, so and so suffered from depression, which caused their thoughts to not always correlate with each other, and having them feel those type of feelings that they felt. So you are always being mindful to be honest and simple, as well as letting your child guide the questions and conversations. So I'm just peeking over at my notes, and it's on my laptop because I'm in my car because my daughter is in basketball. So yes, I wanted to share that at the beginning. But yeah, so just letting your child guide the conversation. So it's okay for them to have the opportunity to guide the conversation, and as well as that might alleviate some of your own stress, because you're in your head probably thinking like, oh shoot, what do I say? How much do I say? If I share this with them, will this make them want to do it? Because I think that is a big myth too, that we think if we talk about suicide, that people will automatically want to go do it. And that isn't necessarily true. And so letting your kids questions guide the conversation too. So back at the top, so you are removing your own judgment and biases. You are being honest and simple, and you're allowing them to guide the conversation with their questions. So, and again, I'm assuming that may alleviate some of that anxiety that you as a parent may have. I know for me as a parent, that does, when the kids are able to come to me with their own questions, we can kind of brainstorm and have a full out discussion. And another thing too, if your child comes to you wanting to know about it, don't shun them for wanting to ask the questions, because when you shun them and kind of dismiss it, that closes off that line of communication for them wanting to open up and talk to you about whatever. And I would say even with our older kids, so if they come up to you and asking about the suicides and things of that nature that they're hearing in the news and seeing on the media, I would even follow that up with how they're feeling, right? So because as we know, the rates with teenage suicide is definitely increasing, and especially among our Black males, even as young as 10. And so again, I think that is another door to have those conversations with our kids about their own mental health and how they're feeling and how they're handling stress. I know I posted a quote earlier today just talking about how our kids' mental health matters, because us as parents and as adults, You know, many of the times we're like, oh, what they got to be stressed about? You know, life is easy. All you got to do is go to school or just do that. But kids, like the kids I work with, I see it firsthand, how much that they're carrying in that backpack, right? And so just to be cognizant of those things. So yes, so anybody has any questions on talking to your child about suicide? So we'll kind of wait and see. And again, the conversation will vary based on the age, like the language that you may use. So, yes. Let's see. Anything else? Yeah. And so just allowing your child to ask the questions, that will definitely increase the line of communication between you guys as well. So, all right. Well, I thank you guys for joining me for my Mindful Mondays. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to shoot me an email at lakeisha@theevolvingchair.com. With any questions, stay connected with me. So sign up to stay connected about my products, services, and things of that nature by just clicking the link in the bio and clicking that tab that says stay connected. And if you are in Milwaukee or surrounding areas, please sign up for the National Mental Health Checkup Day. Because we don't understand how important it is for us to take care of our mental health as well. And so this checkup, mental health checkup day, is literally for every individual. So from entrepreneurs to mothers, grandmothers, daughters, sisters, engineers, doctors. So this is literally for every single person. So every single person. And I also have a text in option as well. So please feel free to do that. And so I see you guys on National Mental Health Checkup Day. You guys can definitely catch the replay of the live of the 3 things I highlighted about how to talk to your child about suicide. And so again, like I said, if you want to talk further about anything, please don't hesitate to send me an email at lakeisha@theevolvingchair.com. But I'm going to hop up off of here so I can get into this gym for my daughter's basketball practice. All right, see you guys. Peace.